Imagine going to work in the city centre, but instead of the usual concrete forest, you walk into your office and feel like you're in an actual forest. Wood has this psychological effect on us not dissimilar to the calming effect of nature. Being in a wooden building can benefit your mental health in a way that concrete never could. And this is only one of the many advantages of timber buildings. So why don't we have more of them? Timber has been the traditional choice for small houses, but there are currently very few high-rise timber buildings. The answer is, we are concerned about fire. Whenever I tell people about our project, they always ask, will the timber feed the fire? Indeed, there are some hard questions for us fire engineers. Concrete, on the other hand, is incombustible, making it easier to design in a fire protection perspective, and that is why we made the switch 100 years ago. However, we can no longer avoid the questions, as we're rapidly running out of time to save our environment. As of 2019, 11% of global CO2 emission comes from the material and construction processes of buildings. And by our projection, 2 more billion people will be inhabiting the Earth by 2050. That means more houses need to be built. And I'm sure you've all noticed the sign of global warming, the heat wave, the bitter cold winter, the melting Arctic. They're all there to remind us that we need to change. And timber could be our answer. As trees grow, they absorb carbon dioxide from the environment. When they die, they return the carbon dioxide to the earth. But if we make them into long-term products, such as a house, they will not just creating a carbon-neutral product, but actively taking out CO2 from the atmosphere. With proper planning, we won't ever run out of timber. And if we can build skyscrapers out of timber, future cities can become our largest carbon sink. So how do we make the switch? How do we build tall timber buildings safely? We already know that timber material can last over 1,000 years, and if we take both weight and strength into account, engineered timber product can be as strong as steel. The only problem we haven't figured out yet is fire. One way to understand timber's fire behavior is to study the charring rate. The charred layer on timber acts as an insulator to protect the unburned core, and understanding the charring behavior is the key to fire protection of wooden buildings. And to get this vital information, experiments are usually the go-to. But some experiments are just too hard or expensive to do, and that is where we come in. Our project is to collect data from existing experiments and analyze it within AI. There are so many variables in the fire that as human is having really hard time figuring out how they're connected. But machine learning is famous in uncovering hidden patterns. However, to do this, we need data. Right now, most testing data is held by private companies and is inaccessible to scientists. Through our project, we will demonstrate how valuable this test data can be in advancing our understanding of timber fire. And this will be the most powerful appeal we can make to the wider communities to let scientists access their data. If done right, we can predict the charring rate without the series of expensive testing and move us one step closer to a dream of sustainable future.